In studio, let's give a warm red light welcome for Harry Drumdini.
Yeah, me.
What's up, Harry? How are you?
Good. Doing good.
And you might know Harry. He's the drummer of the Cramps. And dude, let's talk about it. What got you into music?
Oh. God. What's his name? My mom took me to see a jazz drummer. His name's Shelly Mann. And I was like maybe 8 years old or something like that. And it just blew me away. Just watching him play drums, it just flipped out on it.
And so you went home and Mom, give me some drums.
Yeah, I want drums.
And how long did it take you to get some drums?
Few years. I think. I think it was like she thought I needed, you need lessons. They took me to Oxnard Music Store, and they're like, no, he's too young. You don't give lessons to anybody under like 10 or 11 or something like that. So I had to wait a few years, I think.
And when you finally get them, what's the first song you learn?
Oh man, I don't know. What did I learn? I think it was We're an American Band was what I was trying to play along with. And I think I ended up playing along with Batman. The TV set.
That's cool.
Batman, the Cars, and Cheap Trick.
So how old were you when you first joined your first band?
Oh, first band was 16, maybe
16? What kind of music were you going for?
Well, actually, the singer just showed up. He showed up at my house because he knew I had drums and said, learn this really fast beat. It's like a circus beat. He's like, you're Mexican, it's like a circus beat, like, do. He goes, you can do that, right? And do it really fast. So, ended up just rehearsing that one drum beat, played it really fast and joined False Confession.
Nice.
That was the first band I was ever in. And, yeah.
That's a nerdcore band, yeah?
Yeah.
And, how was that scene? Tell me about that scene. We've had people come through this show that have explained that scene. And it's so fascinating. What happened in Oxnard, of all places,
Yeah, backyards. God, there are so many house parties. House parties where Aggression and Dr. No and Stalag 13 and El Repute would play. That was that was just...
Would they fuck up the houses?
No, not at all. I don't remember anybody's house was getting fucked up.
They were telling me about how one house party, we had Tony and ill repute on our show, and they were telling us about how they were at Silver Strand, and one house party turned into a freaking big ass block party, and there's multiple bands playing in multiple houses, and
that would just happen. The party would. Yeah, I mean, that was fun. And it seems like the cops. I don't remember any cops really. It seemed like they just knew we were off doing whatever, and for the most part, I think we never really got in trouble. I don't think we did. We were just too busy playing music, I guess.
What?
Doing drugs.
Like that?
Just music.
Was it every weekend? Were you guys playing every freaking weekend, or was there shows every weekend? These house party shows?
I don't know. It seemed like we always had somewhere to go between Camarillo and Ventura and Ojai and Santa Barbara and Simi Valley.
I didn't.
I mean, it seems like it was every weekend. It was just, we were busy. Just having fun.
So what happens, what's the next band you join?
Oh, after that?
Yeah, after that.
Oh, our bass player got a job, so.
He grew up.
A real job, so we didn't know what to do. We thought, do we break up? That's what you do, I guess, if somebody quits. So Dr. No grabbed the guitar player, Fred. So he went to play with Dr. No, and I remember thinking, wow, I wonder what I'm gonna do. And there was a show at the Casa Tropical. I forget, at the Oxnard Airport. They used to have shows there.
Mm-hmm.
This little like tiki hut place or whatever. But I remember walking in the parking lot being kind of bummed, and then Ronnie Beard from Stalag 13 came up, and they needed a drummer. He goes, "You're our drummer now, so we rehearse tomorrow. So be there at noon." And he walks off, and I was like, I guess I'm in Stalag 13. It was just like that. I mean,
do you still drum with them? No.
That's Larry White.
Yeah. Okay.
He's listening.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
So after Stalag 13, where do we go? Like, what's the next band? What year is this that you joined Stalag?
See, that's the thing. I was thinking about that the other day. I think it was only like 3 years that so much happened. Like, I don't know, 16, 17, 18, no, 19. It seemed like a blur. I remember getting in a fight with Ronnie, then quit Stalag 13. Then.
What was the fight about? Do you remember now?
It was just stupid. Sometimes he would get upset over something. I don't know. He kept calling me a piece of shit. And for no reason. I was just like, what? Fuck you, you know. And it just that day, it just got to me. It just, I just go, fuck, I quit. And he's like, no, don't quit. I go, no, you're just gonna be a jerk to me again. And he's like, fuck you, you piece of shit. I go, I quit. No, please come back. Come on, don't. You're not gonna be like that, right? No, I won't. So you're gonna be back in the band? I don't know. You piece of shit. I did that for like 20 minutes.
Just ball busters or what?
Yeah, I don't know. That band was fun though. I mean, we went like a short weekend or whatever, like a short weekend. We drove straight to Seattle to do a show. So we played in Seattle and then I think San Francisco or something on the way back. But everybody got in a fight with like, it was just funny. I remember seeing everybody physically fighting somebody. It was just, I don't know. It was fun. It was actually really fun. I'm thinking, okay, Dave was on acid. He left John's bass out in the rain. It started raining. In San Francisco. And John, he's such the coolest, mellowest guy, the bass player, and he just tackled him like on the street or into the van. I don't know. Come to think about it, that Ronnie guy's a piece of shit. No, that was fun. I mean, we played Perkins Palace opening for Suicidal Tendencies and the Toy Dolls. That was Perkins Palace is a big place.
Yeah.
We were kids. We played these just fucking big, great shows.
What was your favorite one that you remember?
Perkins Palace was one. That was a really great show.
Do you get to like hang out with Suicidal at that moment?
Oh, we pretty much hung out. Kind of hung out with them. I mean, it's like Oxnard. The Oxnard crew, all the bands we're friends with everybody that wasn't friends with each other.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of like kind of gangs and stuff, and so I don't know. Everybody liked Oxnard. We were just goofy guys.
It's just like special, huh? Something special about this place.
Gay. I don't know. They felt sorry for us. No, it's just it's a good place. Good place to come from because man, there's some nasty ass fights, and somebody would come up and run up. Oh, you're from Oxnard, okay? And they just like go off and beat somebody else up. And you just go, what the fuck?
What was like Oxnard's reputation at that time?
Hmm?
What was Oxnard's reputation in the community, like in the scene, at that time?
God, I don't know. It was just a fun place. There were always shows. There was mean, a lot of bands came through here, playing all the different places. I mean, everybody that used to put shows on. It's just, I don't know. I mean, nobody was scared of anybody, I don't think, from Oxnard, except, like, aggression. They, you know, they had Bob and Henry. that was like, I don't know. But everybody was pretty cool.
You guys.
And the bands are really different. I mean, I have no idea where El Repute's like influences come from that they sound the way they do. It's just so original and like Dr. No. I mean, all the bands are just so different, but just I don't know. I was look and go where I could see they listen to Sabbath or they listen to this or that, but it's just and influencing each other, but not where you hear it, but in I don't know. It's hard to explain.
So then a few years later, you get the gig with the Cramps. Like, how does that happen?
Oh, that they were looking for a drummer.
How'd you hear about it?
You know what? They came out to see. There was a show I was playing. I had a band with Fred, the guitar player from Dr. No and False Confession. It's like a kind of a crampy, gun clubby kind of band, punky, whatever. And we were playing a show, and there was a lot of like rockabilly kind of psychobilly bands playing, and they just came out to pick a drummer out. They were having trouble finding a drummer. And actually, their drummer at the time gave Ivy, the guitar player, my phone number because she actually called me because I didn't even call him. Somebody said, "Here, they came out and saw you play. And they liked your playing, so you should get an audition." I was like, "Nah." And I didn't even know what you call for an audition or what is it, like a job interview? Or seriously, I go, I don't know. So and then. Came home after work and I heard her voice on the machine. I was like, what? So, yeah, they just called and asked if I wanted to audition for the band. So I stayed up partying the night before the audition, showed up, and probably looked like a mess, which was good. I remember I can't remember the rehearsal studio, but I remember going up and like being really like, I need a soda or something to wake up, and I hit the Coke button at the rehearsal studio on the soda machine, and they gave me a Pabst Blue Ribbon. And I was like, is that real? And they're like, are you drinking already? Or it's like, no. The soda machine gave me this, and I was like, man. I didn't have any more money, so I started drinking. I was like, I'm thirsty. A little edgy after being up all night, but yeah, it was,
Was that a good run with those guys? Or are they still together? Or
No,
like
well,
didn't they just stop?
The singer passed away, so that's like you can't replace live.
Right.
So it's just like that was it. But it was, God, that was a lot of. It was like 16 years minus 2 for bad behavior.
They booted you for a while, or what?
Yeah. I was kind of. I was gonna say it's a long story. It's not really a long story. I just had one of those moments where I was like, God, I'd like to go really Motley Crue on this tour. Like I'm kind of a shy, nice boy, and I decided, I'm just gonna have some fun. And usually there's all kinds of drama. I mean, you're on the road for a couple of months at a time, and we were out for 2 months this time, and it was just some misunderstandings, and while they were misunderstandings, they were kind of true. They just didn't know what I was doing over here, but yeah. But it just got kind of like we got in an argument, and I was just like, oh, get out of here. It just seemed ridiculous at the time. I had no idea it was breaking my heart by not just, just going, okay, this will work itself out.
Yeah.
Whatever. So yeah, 2 years bad behavior. Then they called me. Said, they had Bateman and the Blasters filling in. They go, want to come back? We miss you. And so there's a big lesson there. I didn't learn anything. I mean, there is a big lesson there. It has to do with a lot of drinking and drugs. And they already been there and done that, so they kind of looked out for me a little bit too much sometimes.
You felt like maybe like suffocation?
Like my big sister a lot, so she was like, and I didn't see it that way. I just, let me have my fun. I was being a baby, I guess, a little bit. Fucking lots of strippers and boats. You want to boat and go hook up with a stripper.
So you had a bunch of fun, right? You guys traveled everywhere, right?
Yeah. Where did we play? False Confession and El Repute we played the University of Tijuana. So I've been out of the country. Yeah, that's an awesome show. I still remember everything about that show. And Seattle, that's like in a couple of Vegas, everywhere in between. So the first thing they're like, get a passport. I'm like, okay, get a passport. And the first show I did with the Cramps is like, we were playing with a few festivals with the Ramones, like Belgium and Germany. So it's like, all of a sudden I remember meeting the Ramones right before we were getting ready to play. And Joe Ramone's, it's your first show with the Cramps. Cool, you're with my favorite band, and I'm like, Joe Ramone, this is really cool. He's like, he basically sat on the edge of my drum riser, kind of,
Just shooting the shit?
And he said, yeah, just like, you'll do good. It's your first show. You'll do good with these guys, And I'm so simple-minded. Like, I didn't even really think about anything until we walk on the stage, and then I look, and this is the first time I've seen this audience, this festival, like, I don't know, 30,000, 40,000, like, so many people, and I just hear the roar, and I looked and saw everybody just went, oh, fuck. Yeah. Like, I just never seen that many people. I just went, whoa, sat down behind the drums and just was like, oh, shit. But
that was awesome. Shit.
Yeah, no, as soon as the song started, it was just, it's all good. All fun.
Shit. Which, like, what was the biggest stadium that you've played in front of? Or the biggest audience you played in front of?
You know what? I'm not sure. There's a festival that let me see. It's the France. I know the Paris chapter. The Hell's Angels put it on. Is it Free Wheels? It's like a 3 or 4 day biker festival. Like, it's giant. I mean, it was just. When I say massive, I mean massive. It was just, there's so many people. I remember thinking that was just a lot of people. It was insane. And then played a bull ring that was really cool in Portugal. It was a big bull. But yeah, I don't know. There are a few shows, a couple in Spain that were just, I don't know how many people. That's just like,
are you fulfilled at that moment?
Baseball stadium, and it's more.
Are you fulfilled at that point? Like, fuck, I finally got to do what I love to do for a living, into hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah, I could feel yes, but no. Because there's always something in you that got. Like, I just joined a band that was already there, It's not like me and my bros, like, started from the bottom and worked.
But that's still your talent, no matter.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? On that level.
Yeah, I mean, I locked myself in the garage for a couple of years and learned how to play drums. I mean, I played in, like, 3 or 4 bands, and then I learned how to play drums. But there was a lot of work that goes into it. But
Your mom used to let everyone make noise in your neighborhood and her.
but
Tell me
God,
your
this is
place
just
for
like
some of that, you know.
this one confuses me so much. Oh my God. This
So what's next for you, man?
a nervous breakdown, and then you know what? I don't know. After the Cramps, after Lux passed away, and it just kind of that took like that like fire in you, you know, that like when you just want to play and you that really just went away. It was playing. I don't know, playing with the Cramps was just something that I don't even know how to describe it. And the fans were so wonderful. It was just everything after that. Just kind of, I didn't really want to play. You know, I still go through phases where I don't, you know, started to feel like playing again, and then I didn't. And luckily, I mean, I hooked up with Jake from the Lords of Altamont, and they needed a drummer. And a little while after Lux passed away, I did a couple of records with them, some European tours and stuff. You know. And I do like playing with False Confession again. Since, you know, they had Nard Fest, Jeff Hershey put on, and the guy. I don't know. Well, I mean, playing again with those guys, that's fun. Of course, they kicked me out, kind of. So I don't know. Fuck.
Was that this?
Maybe it's me. Come to think of it. Maybe it's all my fault. I'm getting kicked out at all these things. No? I think it is.
So do you still have that a little bit, or did the death really impact you to that point?
Yeah, I didn't. I still want to play sometimes, and then it just takes, you know, like my wife just saying, "Why do you have to be in a band and go on tour?" And just a little. I don't even like stick up for myself. I'll just be like, "Oh, okay, whatever." Just. No, I seriously. Something died with me, and it sucks. And I still have like dreams, and you know, there are times like, oh God, it's Halloween. I got to start going through my CDs and learning songs again, because no matter what, the Cramps were always on tour around Halloween, and I still do that. I still go grab a CD and go, oh, I got to learn. Oh, I don't have to learn, because there'll be certain songs I kind of always maybe have trouble with or something. So I started thinking about it certain times of the year. I don't know. Yeah.
Do you?
I don't know.
Is it in you to play again? Like, do you like to love it like you used to? Or do you think that, or do you have to express your art in other ways?
I have no other ways to express.
You don't try to draw or anything?
Huh?
You don't draw or paint?
No. You know what? I would love to paint. I mean, I always thought that would feel really good to just, you know, watch a, I don't know, be able to draw or something. But no, drums is, and it's kind of just like a sanity thing. I mean, all you do is beat on stuff. Well, I do. You know, hit stuff with sticks, and when I don't, I guess, when I'm not in a band, I'm like miserable. And when I am in a band,
You're miserable.
no. want something. I mean, it is. I don't consider myself a musician, not like a, you know, I see the guys like in other bands, Big Bad Voodoo Deck, they're musicians, you know, except for Scott, he sucks. He's like, no, but I always take such a primitive approach to drumming. I like the simplicity of just beating stuff.
What are you doing now?
Actually, I started talking to the guys in False Confession again. So I guess we have some shows coming up. So and that is because they're my friends, my best friends, and you know, Ismail from Doctor No, the bass player, is playing with us. So or he's playing with them, or he's. I'm not even in the band. Okay. I don't know. So that I like that because it's a challenge playing fast, like trying to keep up with my 16-year-old self. Some of those songs we recorded, like we used to rehearse every single night because we thought that's what bands did. We didn't know that, you know, you didn't have to rehearse every night. It wasn't necessary. But so it's I like that, just trying to keep up with what I played before. And I try to come up with fancy parts, you know, newer parts from these that couldn't do it. I have to play the parts for the 16-year-old kid.
Well, Harry, man, we appreciate you coming through, and you know, hopefully, you know, if you're around, we'd like to invite you to the Ventura County Music Awards, my man.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
And maybe
as long as that Bone Maggot band doesn't keep doing everything.
where do you get that from?
My friend Lance. The
Lance.
Oh, you know Lance?
drummer. Yeah.
He's a good guy, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Familia.
Yeah. He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
You born and raised here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Born in Ventura, raised in Oxnard. Lived across the street from Wainimi High School for a long time.
I went to
All the
Wainimi High
things.
School. You did? Was you graduate like 1977?
Mega
Damn.
got 10 years before.
Yeah, I graduated 2007. I'm just joking. 2000. Just 5 years behind you. All right, Harry, man. Well, you know, we're trying to liven up our area in our scene, our music scene here.
Which is
Trying to
awesome.
support as many bands as we can have through here, and we appreciate you. You know,
Oh yeah.
giving
yeah,
us some time and
absolutely.
give us some history.
This scene's it's really fucking awesome, and to see a lot of I mean, so many different bands, different kinds of bands. It's amazing. It's really cool. Whole world knows about Oxnard.
Well, Harry, thank you so much, my man.
Oh, thanks for having me.
All right, this is the Red Light District Show. We